What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my bathroom if you've never been in here before. But okay, so today's video is a little bit different. It's a little bit, I don't want to say weird, but I was inspired to do this video because I have just been loving ChatGPT. ChatGPT, we're locked in. And so funny enough, I typed into ChatGPT, like, I do a lot of research. If I want to know something, if I want to learn something, I'm going to research it. So I did some research on some skincare, and I've really been working on my skin. And so the other day, I had talked about this. I typed in like some of my workout goals into ChatGPT, and it gave me a routine. And I was like, you know what? I also have skincare goals. And so I typed it into ChatGPT. And I was like, help me build a morning and a nighttime skincare routine. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you the results. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I should probably type in the products that I am currently using, like, cause I wanna use up my stash and build my staple hair care products, my staple skincare products, body care. Like, I just want my staples. I want my tried and trues. And so I'm using up a bunch of products, but I also am going to type in the products I currently have and how I can use them to, work out this routine. So let me share with you what chat said. All right, y'all, quick change of location so we can get comfy. Like I said, if you haven't gotten into ChatGPT, friend, get there. I can't talk today. One of the main things for my skincare has been water. Like water. I have been really trying to make sure I am drinking enough water. The next thing is like inside out. I've been taking vitamins. I do have a video about the vitamins that I'm currently taking, so I will link that. But on the outside, I really have been working on my skin, and for like a year now, over a year. And my skin has gotten so much better, let me tell you. And I think one is because I have been really looking at the products I have been using. I have been making sure I'm not sleeping in my makeup. I take my skincare very seriously, and I have kind of turned it into my form of self-care at night. Like, I really enjoy doing my skin and watching it flourish and change. The other thing is that I research a lot. Like, I was like, what does this do? What does this do? I watched a lot of videos. I took a lot of advice. And in all that, y'all, I still found ChatGPT to be very helpful. So here is what it came up with. So I just told it, I want to build a skincare routine that is effective. It corrects the issues that I have. I want to brighten my skin. I want skin that glows. And I've told it, I was like, I've worked hard to get my skin hydrated and not dry, which was my initial problem. So I bought a lot of hydrating products. But I have hyperpigmentation, and I want to get rid of that and just keep the overall healthy skin and blemish free. And so it was like, that's great. You have hydrated skin. We're going to build a routine that's focused on brightening, fading, hyperpigmentation, and maintaining clear and healthy skin. It said, here's the goal: to protect, hydrate, and brighten. I need a gentle cleanser. And it even gave me an example of the gentle cleanser so that it doesn't strip. And this is for the morning. A vitamin C serum, a niacinamide serum, and a moisturizer, and then a sunscreen. And so the only thing that I hadn't had in my routine, and I had a vitamin C serum. I don't know where it's at, y'all. I don't know where it went, but that's the only thing I didn't have was vitamin C serum. And then for the nighttime routine, it says the goal here is to repair, exfoliate gently, and fade hyperpigmentation. So cleanser is suggested, same as the morning. Then it said a treatment step: an AHA, BHA exfoliant 2 to 3 times a week, and a retinoid 2 to 3 times a week. You're supposed to alternate it with the exfoliant. After that, it says to use a niacinamide or an acylic acid on off night. And so I was using niacinamide from The Ordinary, and then the other one from Glow Recipe. So whenever I'm not using the retinoid, and then it suggests a moisturizer, and it says slightly richer than the AM one. Then it gave me tips for brightening my skin. It says be consistent. Hydration helps with brightening. Avoid harsh scrubs or over exfoliating because it can worsen hyperpigmentation. And I'm like, that is why I wasn't seeing. And so then it asked me, it was like, do you want a bougie or a budget skincare routine? And so I asked it for both, y'all. And funny enough, when I asked it for both, it gave me products I had already been using. So I'm going to screenshot and show you the routine it told me for budget and the routine it told me for bougie. And so what I want to do is, after I clean out all my skincare, after I go through and see what all I have, I want to type in the exact products I have and see what kind of routine it gives me with what I have, because like I have the Ordinary glycolic acid toning solution. However, it burns. It burns. And so I've been using it on my underarms instead. And so I've been using it sparingly, but I've mostly been using it on my underarms. And so it told me to use that, which I already have. It recommended the Ordinary vitamin C. I do not have that one. The Ordinary niacinamide, I think I just finished using that one. So as promised, I wanted to show you the routine that ChatGPT gave me, and I did it before and after, adding in my favorite brands or brands I have been using, just in case you wanted to see kind of what it is like to put in your desired goals into ChatGPT and see what it gives you. So feel free to stop the screen and check these out. So because I didn't have everything it recommended, but it did give me a nice bougie versus budget, I decided to type in some of the brands that I've tried, some of the brands that I currently have that I like. I didn't say specific products, but I did say brands. And it's just funny that some of the products I picked up is some of the stuff that it recommended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out my stash. If you're watching my weekly vlogs, you'll probably see the clean out. I'm going to clean out my stash, and then I'm going to come back with the products that I have, and I'm going to type it in here and see if it can give me a routine. Maybe you have some of the same problems I have and you want to use some of the same products, and of course everything will be linked in the description box below. All right, you guys, it has been some days and I am sweating. I just finished cleaning out everything. I was kind of vlogging the process at the same time. I'm hot, your girl is hot, but I'm done. So I have all my skincare set up behind you, and I was literally going to type into ChatGPT everything I had, and I remembered that somebody said you can like scan maybe or take a picture. I'm gonna try that because I don't want to have to sit here and type all of these in here. But honestly, from the recommendations it gave me and just looking at what I have, I kind of feel like I know what to use, but I just thought it would be fun to try it. So I took some pictures of what I have. So I didn't really worry about the mask and like the sunscreen, like that kind of stuff, because my masks are my mask. Like it's just, I know what to use when I need it. But so I took the photos and I just said, use these photos to help build my routine based off what I have. So based off of the stuff that I have. Okay, and it says, thanks for sharing your skincare stash. You've got some amazing products, a great mix of actives, hydrators, treatments. Let's build a complete AM, PM routine that focuses on brightening, fading, hyperpigmentation, and maintaining balanced glow. So for the cleanser, it is telling me to use the Roche-Posay. And honestly, this one's not my favorite, like, but it is a purifying cleanser. But between the two that I have, I can't hold it. Stop moving. But between the two I have, this one is my favorite, and you could probably tell by which one is like really gone. So it's telling me for my AM to use this. For my morning toner, it's telling me to keep using. So I've already been using this in the morning, and I stopped because I thought that it was like too abrasive, and so I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be using this, so I stopped. But this is what it's telling me to use in the morning. All right, so it says to use that if I want a morning glow boost, and it's mild enough, because I was worried that this wasn't mild enough, so I stopped using it, but it is. And then the serum, it says to use my Good Molecules correcting serum. This is the main brightening treatment, which I have started incorporating this, so that is good. And then it says to use the Ordinary hyaluronic acid. So it says for hydration and plumping, apply before or after the discoloration serum. Funny enough, this is kind of the order I've been doing them, y'all. So I'm like right on it. And then it says for the moisturizer, It says to use the Clinique Moisture Surge, lightweight, hydrating, and layers well under SPF. I can't talk. Funny enough, I thought because like the way they're like marketing this is that it's like an all-in-one, so I thought it might be too much, but it's saying to do that. And then of course my Black Girl sunscreen. It says it's not in the photo, but you should absolutely use it. And I definitely am. So that is my morning routine. And then for my nighttime routine, double cleanse if wearing makeup or sunscreen. So of course I'm going to need to double cleanse every night because I wear sunscreen every day. So what I've been using is this. This is the Garnier Skin Active Erase It All Makeup Cleansing Balm. I got the vitamin C one, of course, brightening. You see the theme here. I'm not crazy about the smell. Y'all know me and smells. I've been using it and like it's not a bad smell. It's just a bland kind of, I don't know. Anyways, it's suggested to use this if I'm doing makeup or sunscreen, which I have been. And I've been using that one in the place of the MAC oil makeup remover that I liked. I've been trying that in the place of it. So far so good, but it burns my eyes, so we'll see if I continue with that one. And then of course go back with this cleanser. I'm telling you, this is not my favorite cleanser of the bunch, and it's funny that it doesn't say to use the Gentle Foaming Cleansing Oil. I don't know, I like that one better. And then nighttime treatments, option 1, exfoliation night 1 to 2 times a week. It says use the ordinary glycolic. Where is it? Okay, so it didn't like load all the way, and I was like, I'm confused. So I was like, I'm a little confused. Help me with like how I'm supposed to rotate the treatments. Y'all, it broke it down by each night. That is crazy. I like how this gives you different things. So it's like Monday, if you want to focus on hydration and repair, it gives you the combo. If you want to do a chemical exfoliation, it gives you the combo. It says cleanser and then the toner and then a moisturizer. So it's saying hydration and barrier reset, Inky List hyaluronic acid serum, and Clinique or the Good Molecules serum. So I really like this, and what I've learned from this is like the setup that I kind of have is like what I've been doing, except for a few things that I need to, you know, put in and take out. My daily moisturizer I've been using right now is this one from Clinique. That's what I've been using right now. So I think I'm going to use this up, but I really am liking the Clinique Moisture Surge right now, y'all. Like it is chef's kiss. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to use this up and then kind of be done with that. At night, I use the Advanced Nail 92 All-in-One Cream. I really like this cream for nighttime, y'all. I really, really like this. And then the last one I have is this Green Tea Aqua Soothing Gel Cream when my face is feeling irritated or I exfoliate. This is actually a nice one, but I really don't like the consistency all that much. So after I use this up, I'm done. As you can see, I haven't used that much of it, but a little goes a long way in that one. So yeah, I really like this routine that it gave me. I think I kind of have an idea for my nighttime routine. My skin has been freaking out right now, and so I cannot wait to get into a set routine and start using this. I'm super excited, y'all. Good morning, guys. So I just wanted to wake up and do my morning skincare with you, just while I share like a few things that I've learned kind of like along the way. So I am using this one. I really like this one for nighttime and for like that deep cleaning. I'm gonna try it this morning, but I really actually like the Gentle Foaming Cleansing Oil. So even though ChatGPT gave me some recommendations, I do know some of the staple products that I just already like. And I'm not saying that this one is a bad one at all. It's actually a really good cleanser. I just feel like it feels more like a nighttime cleanser for me. But yeah, I really enjoy doing this, and I suggest like if you were trying to really get into, you know, your skincare, especially if you've never really had to. Like when I was younger, I had a skincare regimen. I used good products, but I didn't really have acne and like really big problems. I would get like, you know, pimples here and there, but I didn't have skin problems until like my 20s and my 30s. And so this is like a new journey for me. So if you find yourself like wanting to start your skincare journey or like needing to switch it up, research. I researched what certain products did to figure out what I needed. And I did this before ChatGPT. So this has been something that has like been ongoing for almost 2 years now. I have a vlog from Vlogmas where I was prepping for 2024, I think. And I was just saying how, you know, I really wanted to take care of my skin and do better about my skin, especially because I'm getting older. But I researched like, what's niacinamide? What does it do? What's hyaluronic acid? What does it do? And not only what does it do, like how can I incorporate that into my routine to better help my skin? I watched videos. I like did a lot of things. I tried a lot of products. So me just now trying products is not a new thing. I have always tried products, but I'm finally like solidifying what I know works for my skin at this point in my life. And I am in no way a professional. I don't have serious skincare issues to where I feel like I need to go see a dermatologist. But if you find that that is something you are needing, I would suggest to go see a dermatologist and let them kind of help you. But I wanted to heal my skin. I wanted to perfect my skincare on my own. So I did go and get facials for the longest time. I did have an esthetician who would tell me what products to use and what to do. And she used Dermalogica a lot, which is how I got started on Dermalogica. But I find it to be very pricey. I love their products, but it's very pricey. So I would just figure out a way, if you don't have the funds to do that, figure out a way to just take care of your own skin on your own. So yeah, I would do some research. I would ask questions, but do what works for you and pay attention to your skin as you do it. And then the other thing I noticed is that when I first got on my skincare journey and when I first started like trying out different products, I didn't introduce too many new products at once, but I did notice even with that, like my skin goes through like a freak out session before it gets better. And it especially started freaking out when I would use this at night. I thought my skin was getting terrible. So I stopped doing all of that and went back to what I was doing. And then I don't know what came over me. I don't know, something came over me and I was like, you know what, let's try this again, but this time we're just gonna stick with it for a while. And after a while, I noticed that my skin was so much clearer than when I started, but I had to go through that little freak out phase where it almost felt like my skin was like purging itself, like of all the nastiness. And so make sure you're like sticking with the routine that you put together for a while to see if it works. Don't just do it for like a week and then you're like, oh, my skin's not changing, so I'm just gonna go on to something else. Because I'm telling you, like, it took a minute and then my skin was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. And it's like after the purge, it was just like I could see the products working. I also noticed like when I don't use that and when I just kind of like do the bare minimum, like, oh, just use soap water and like don't really pay attention to my skin, it's like my skin starts showing signs like, hey, you're neglecting us, especially if I don't follow through at nighttime. Like if I just do whatever at nighttime, I don't exfoliate, my poor skin just freaks out, y'all. And so I've been off my skincare, and so I can tell like my skin is like, girl, get it together. And so I can't wait to stick with this skincare routine. But yeah, that is all for this video. I can't wait to see how my skin starts to flourish now that I have this new set routine. I did not change too much. Actually, I just added in the things that were missing. I'm gonna use up a bunch of these products too and just stick with these staples and figure out between like some of the exfoliants which ones my skin prefers and just stick with those. But yeah, that is all for this video. If y'all have questions or you have advice, leave it down in the comments below, because this is a journey. We're just trying to do our best with the information that we have. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.